Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Dalton at Dalton2995 coming with another Transformers Beast Wars versus video, and today we're taking a look at the BWVS Premium Finish number 5. This is Rattrap and Terrorsaur, and here is the same package we've been getting with the other 4 boxes of these. So let's go ahead and get this out of here. And there is packaging showing off Rattrap and Terrorsaur in robot mode. This one obviously looking a lot more like how the figure actually looks. A little bit more like the toy, or like the cartoon model. Same with Terrorsaur here. So you got BWVS-05. They are that same logo we've been seeing. And of course in Beast mode. Again, a little bit closer to the animation models. Still a little bit stylized for that 2D look. And get this off of here, and then you get that rocky texture here on the packaging. You get the Maximum Predacon symbol, the Beast Wars logo there, Maximum Predacon symbol again. Let's go ahead and open this up. And there they are. And of course, the open packaging, but you still get the very much, original style or vintage style cardboard here with them fighting or facing off against each other. Then you get the transformation steps on the back. You get the same artwork that we saw on the front. Down there, you get pictures of them in both modes. And here they are. I mean, they look pretty good. I mean, Rattrap, you can see that, but we'll get into that further into this. So there they all are. Let's go ahead and take this out. And get our instruction booklets and everything. So yeah, let's go ahead and check these guys out. And here we have Rattrap and Terrorsaur out of their packaging, and I gotta say they're pretty good, especially here in Beast Mode. There are some discrepancies, mostly with Terrorsaur, a little bit with Rattrap, but it's not too terrible. I mean, it's just the way the mold is, and a few choices. But I want to first get into, the little instruction booklet thing here. Just show off everything that these all come with. Of course, you get your standard Takara instruction booklet, as well as character cards showing off Robot and Beast mode, and on the back showing the original toy packaging and shots from the cartoon, along with their stats. I don't know what any of these are, just because, I don't read Japanese. So anyways, get these out of the way and focus on these two, starting with Rattrap, since he is a core class. Pretty close to how the original Kingdom one is. It is a slightly darker, or couple shades darker, not too terribly dark. Skin, or the flesh tone, is pretty much the same. He does have the gray here for the claws, and you do get a more subtle gradient from the toes to the leg. Get the same paint there on the ears, the all black eyes, just like he had in the show. And he's got little whiskers painted on. The only problem I have, that's as far as paint with this, is the lack of paint on the tail. I don't know why they didn't go ahead and paint that pink, but it is what it is. Weapon is exactly the same. Again, just a couple shades darker. So there is that. Going into Terrorsaur, he does look a lot better here. Still weird with the realistic actual beak. He does have a nice gradient from red to gunmetal gray here on the crest. Still get the yellow and, of course, the white painted teeth. All the spots here on the back like you had in the show and the original toy. A lot of this is also robot mode details, but here he is with the standard Golden Disc Collection Terrorsaur from Kingdom. So you can see there are some similarities, but this is definitely more accurate to the show. You don't have the gradient here. And then here is the Toy Deco one. So it's all red with the spots. You can see that. And as far as his weapon goes, compare it with the official one here. So it is red with the gunmetal gray compared to, or a little bit more of the red showing compared to just the tip and the handle on the Hasbro release. And on the toy version, it is all red compared to, yeah, that one. This is the upgrade kit, which does reference, more of that show accuracy. Then there is the toy blaster that came in that same upgrade set, but this is more for the toy deco. So there is that. We'll go ahead and start with getting Rattrap into robot mode. As far as weapon storage goes, it does just tab right here onto the side. So you've got that. And for Terrorsaur, it just plugs right onto the side of his hip. I mean, that's going to be better for robot mode, but there's that at the very least. So for Rattrap, we'll go ahead and take the weapon off. We'll go ahead and disengage the robot legs, untab the robot hands from here. That'll allow you to split the rat from here, untabbing from the thighs. Bring those arms out, straighten out these legs. So rotate just where that ridge right there is straight with the front of the knee. And then straighten out the foot. Same thing here. So rotate the ball joint to where that faces forward. And then you got the flat section with that gap there. Facing forward just like that. Go ahead and bring the rat head down and around, exposing the robot head. Rotate that around. So come up on a double hinge joint. Bring the arms up, down, and around. Up, up, and around. Straighten out the ball joint there. And bring this whole assembly here, bring it up. Rotate the rat tail down. This little hook will go right onto the back there. And there we have Rattrap in robot mode. Give him its blaster, or you can just stow it right there. So we do have weapon storage here, a little bit better than in beast mode. Yeah, we'll go ahead and just stow it for now. But go ahead and look at the details on Rattrap since I've got them right here. Alright, so as far as details go, he does have a lot more show inspired details. Like you've got the silver here on the shoulders, as well as that kind of copper, bronze paint, or yeah, I guess it is more of a copper here on the little ridge here, and then on the front of the shoulder joint, on the sides of the elbows, and the wrists, as well as the hip joints. Do got them going across the bars here on the forearms. Little teeny tiny maximal symbols there. Of course, you got the silver plating there. Head detail is still pretty much all the same. And just to show, there they are. So yeah, the Kingdom one is definitely a lot more bare bones, barely any paint on the robot mode. So yeah, definitely got more there. So yeah, then it for details on Rattrap. Articulation is still the same. So you got the ball jointed head, got the ball jointed shoulders. They go up to there. You can rotate all the way up and down. Do get a little bit of a swivel out of it, and you get an elbow swivel since it's a ball joint. Get 90 degrees. Go ahead and give him his blaster because it fell out of his backpack. Nothing at the hips, nothing at the wrists. Got ball jointed, or nothing at the waist, ball jointed hips. No, I guess you kind of get a thigh swivel out of that ball joint. Get 90 degrees at the knee, and you get ball jointed ankles. So there is that, and we'll go ahead and get into Terrorsaur. So go ahead and remove his blaster. Then come back here, bring the head up. Oh, I guess for articulation, his head is on a swivel here, up and down, opening beak. Do have the tongue painted there. I didn't go over Rattrap's articulation because he doesn't have any in right mode other than the ball joints on the feet. For the wings, kind of get them to flap, but these tabs do get in the way. Not as good as Air Razor. Then you get the ball joints here on these feet. So anyways, transformation, rotate the head around, bring this section back. There we go. Go ahead and untab the tail piece. Just get those out of the way. Hey, it's kind of like doing a, or not a combiner, worse, just an aerial bot. You know, lift up the head and the tail. Anyways, go ahead and untab the legs from here. Bring them down. Rotate at the thigh. Straighten it all out and rotate at the foot. Same thing on this side. Bring it down. Rotate. Straighten it out. Down. Rotate. Rotate that. So there are the legs. We'll go ahead and rotate the waist around. Then here, bring the arms out. Then you want to just bring this whole section down. Flip up the head first. And just rotate this whole section down. Straighten out the arms. Then from here, there's these tabs that will go into those holes right there. Just kind of straighten those wings out. The wing still likes to pop off. I need to get another one of those filler kits that strengthens the joint on the wing. There we go. It keeps coming untabbed. There we go. Flip it around, tab that in. And there we have Terrorsaur in robot mode. Go ahead and give him his, actually store the blaster right here on his thigh. While we go over details, so he's mostly accurate to the show model. There are a few discrepancies, like I said, mostly the lower legs here being black instead of red, but those parts are getting molded too, and he's having issues standing. They're getting molded to the hands and these lower thigh pieces, so I can kind of forgive that, although they could have probably painted over it. I mean, I don't know. Either that or they could have molded them in red, painted them, you know, red or black up here. Either way. The biggest problem is the gray plastic instead of the gunmetal paint. I don't know why they didn't paint these, but it's not the end of the world. It is far and away better than the initial Kingdom release, which is very minimal, and then as well as the toy-inspired deco from this Worthy Bumblebee, so you can see how they all look there. So yeah, of the three, he's still the most accurate to the show model, and looks pretty good. So as far as articulation goes, he still does have, you know, of course, the bright yellow eyes. But there's not a whole lot of new added details. You do get the same kind of pattern here on the chest. You do get some lighter gray paint surrounding this chest piece as well. You got some silver here on the hip skirt, and of course these little silver spikes. So yeah, not a whole lot of new added detail. Articulation is still the same, so you get the ball joint, still good tolerances there, forward and back, all the way out. You do get a bicep swivel, nothing at the wrists, still fairly good articulation. Untab this here, you get a waist swivel, forward and back at the hips. You get a thigh swivel all the way out, and you get a ball joint at the knee, as well as well more than 90 degrees at the knee. So yeah, still fairly articulate. Go ahead and give him his blaster here. And honestly, still, I mean, it's honestly the best looking one of the three. So there is that.